Michael in Valrico, Florida. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com, but call me Mo Better, because I'm have you seen Mo Better, look at Mo Better, and show everyone else how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut some really cool lenses. This is the first time it's been seen in one of my videos. They're the Zeiss digital freeform progressive lenses that go by the name of the Light D, and these are the Photo Fusion Blue with the DuraVision Platinum anti-glare coating. Now, they're going to go into the frame that you have mailed me, the Retro Specs. I love this case, by the way. I'm starting to manufacture frames. I might have to come up with a really cool case like that, but this is the retro frame, keyhole bridge, very nice styling, and he leaves it up to me to what color we should go with, and I think those transitions blue, excuse me, I've been Essilor'd to death in the last few years, so these are going to be the Zeiss Photochromic blue lenses. First, let's get everything started. I need to assign a number to this frame so that should you ever need new lenses for this frame, I can mail them right to your home. And I also want to back up and say the reason there's a number 26 here. This is the 26th pair of progressive lenses that you have gotten from me over the years. I'm going to write down what this is, the Zeiss Light D progressive lens, but I must be doing something right. I thank you so much for your repeat business, and I told him this is a great test. He's been getting nothing but the Essilor progressive lenses. Now he's going to try the Zeiss and see if he can tell a difference. I switched into mine. I'm now wearing the Photo Fusion Blue 2, and as well, I should say, and I cannot tell a difference from all the Essilor lenses I've worn to make the transitions over to Zeiss. But part of the reason, well, let me show you part of the reason. Let's get started first. Take out your original demo lenses. Place the frame into the tracing element of my blocker, 2233. Let's program this in here, 2233, and hit start. A little stylus is going to pop up, go around and trace the inside bevel of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy any genuine, authentic frame that I offer, and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase when you submit the receipt that I provide. So in just a moment, that's going to pop up there. We're going to move on to the next screen. Let's go ahead and enter your pupillary distance. It is 33 for the right eye. The computer starts at 32.5, so I only have to tap the plus button one time. Now, I'm going to raise the optical center height to 30. Now, I should have left them on there. I cleaned them off. Before, actually, here's a good example. We'll get to that. I'll show you how we measure for that. But he tries these on, looks in the mirror, and puts a dot on his lens directly in front of his pupil, and that's where I know where to place the optical centers for when he's wearing the frame. But one of the nice things for Zeiss, oh, I blew it, hang on one second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. One of the really nice things I like about the Zeiss lens, this is the Progressive Light D, the RX verification form. It gives you all the specifications of everything that I order from you, the prescription. If you ever go back to your doctor and they want to ask what you're wearing, say, Doc, right here, I got it right there. The other nice things, you're going to get these original packets that have your prescription on there. And a single vision lens that I do for people that has, I highlight the prescription and what they are. These are the Transitions Generation 8 with Crizal Alizé. These are, it has your powers on there. This is the right eye, again, tells you the progressive. The power, -2, -475 at 4, -2, -475 at 4, 250 add. And I'm going to take the lens out of the packet. I've already got these dotted up, and we can go back and discuss that later. But one thing I would like to do, highlight this. -2, -475 at 4. This is the right lens. Same thing, your prescription can be written two different ways, in plus cylinder, which is on the top, or in minus. In the optical world, we use the minus. It's got your left powers written on there too. It tells you the progressive, everything about it, how it's laid out, the charts, the layout chart. If we take this, This is the right lens. Lay everything over that, and that's where your optical center is inside that. Your pupil's going to rest. And let's go ahead and do the same thing now for, well, actually, let me go ahead and get these blocked up. In my videos you've seen, this is, I like to refer to it as Jenny from the block. I need to attach 2 double-sided adhesive stickers. First sticker goes there, place that on the platform. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. On the back is a silver button that is a magnet. It's going to line up with another magnet there to hold it in place in the arm. So 33 over 30, 33, 30. Get everything laid out. Oh, change the layout to progressive from single vision. Now here's another kicker. Michael's daughter is a licensed optician. She just got licensed in Florida. She studied under one of the great teachers down there. I'm drawing a blank on her name. Lori P. I saw her at Continuing Ed a few times. She gives great lectures. Michael's daughter was so fortunate to have a master optician like that instruct her. Now the other thing I'm going to do, as you have heard, I'm starting to design my own frames. I'm going to design, I'm doing it for different regions, different countries, different everything. I don't want to let too much out of the bag, but I want to come out with a line of eyewear for Florida. Michael and I are going to talk about that, and I would love for his daughter to be a sales rep for that company, and she will have her own line of eyewear. Now pull the paper away, make the black side sticky, line up that block. Pupillary distance for the left eye is 32. It has mirrored from the right side to 33. I'm hit the minus button twice. We're going to drop down to 32. Take the left lens out of the packet, put it on the platform. Again, use the highlighter. The prescription is +1/4, -5 at 170. This is the left lens. And for those of you who are coming in halfway through, let me recap. You know you had to get a bad joke in there somewhere. Okay. I take my work very seriously. I take myself very playfully. So everything is lined up, 32-30. We're looking good. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. So this is the edger. You guys know all that. It's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. Let me go ahead and wake everything up. Job ID number 2233. 2233. Place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby. By now you know I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know the machine well enough to call it Chuck. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, I would select that. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen anyway. Hit the start button, the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it is large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as this goes around tracing the shape of the right lens. Of course, you're seeing it from the back side. There we go, the right lens. In just a moment, it's going to drop down on the cutting wheel. You will see water flickering in the background. That's there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex lenses cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lens for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now, water will spray onto this lens, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that will eventually begin to form on the edge of your lenses if it ever touches down. Oh, look at that. Got to get some more tape. Running out of tape. Running out of tape. You know, magic looks like tape there. So, these are the Transitions Blue. I gotta quit saying that. So, Zeiss invented the photochromic lens. Is that on here? It's going to be on here somewhere. A lot of info. Got your pupillary distance. Got the seg height. You got the base curves for each lens, the right, the left. It's got the compensated formula. These are digital. So this is what the power that would be read in a digital lensometer. These are the laser engravings, the nasal engraving. LD, the light D. 59, 1.59 is what the polycarb refractive index did. The temporal logo with the power of the progressive lens. But I went ahead and did pair number 25 earlier. He sent me his pair of Morgenthau Fredericks. These are the, ooh, handmade in Japan, very nice. What model number is this? The Brando. Now these have the photochromic brown. Now as I was saying, Zeiss invented the photochromic lens. They sold the technology to other lens manufacturers such as Essilor and Hoya, and so Shamir. So Essilor, which now owns Shamir, uses the term transitions for their photochromic lenses. Zeiss uses the terms photofusion. They now have currently more colors available. The blue, which you will see, I'm going to go ahead and activate these in his tortoise frame. Now, eventually Essilor will have a blue lens, but they're saying not until late April of 2020. So you can get these 5 months earlier, and it's a true lens. All of these lenses, you know, Essilor is touting the Transitions Gen 8, which is great. It is superior to that of the Signature 7 lenses, but all of them are equal to the current and previous Zeiss Photofusion. They are lighter inside, they get darker outside, they get darker faster, they return back to lighter quicker, just like they advertised for the Transitions Signature or Generation 8. But these are the brown lenses that look good in the tortoise frame. And in just a moment you will see, these are really nice frames. These are very expensive frames. So wherever you got these from, Morgenthau Fredericks of New York, these are handmade in Japan. I can easily say the first time I've ever cut lenses for these frames. Usually Michael is a Tom Ford guy. He sends me a ton of Tom Ford frames. First time doing a Morgenthau Fredericks. I can't remember if I've done a retrospecs before, but it's the first time I've done these blue lenses. And the UV light that's in here is actually starting to activate the lens here. Normally it's a little bit clearer than that. You can demonstrate on there. I'm going to use my thumbnail to get the optical sawdust off the edge of the lens. Let's see if it'll fit first time through. Possibly not due to this prescription. By the way, you have minus 675 total power. Look at that. I can have lenses custom made. This is nice. This is thin. This is going to fit inside the frame. Well, should this go in, it does not let me take another 1/10 of a millimeter off. Yep, you've heard me say it. The old carpenter saying, measure twice, cut once. You can always add or cut more off of a lens. You can never add it back on. So I started a little bit large, worked my way down. Now, a lot of opticians, to save time, will use heat. To heat up the frame, it makes the plastic more pliable. You can easily pop the lens in. I cold mount everything, meaning that it's at room temperature when I insert it, because the lens exerts force in every direction on the frame. And if the lens were too large, it would cause the frame to stretch, or what we in the industry call roll. If you can imagine your frame being like a gutter with this bevel in here. If the lens were slightly too large, it would force the bottom of the frame to roll outwards, because this is the thinnest part of the plastic. This is thicker. So that's why the force would be absorbed here and it would roll outwards, giving you an ugly cosmetic look as well as shortening the life of the frame. You want a perfectionist like me. That's why you get the VIP service. I am a licensed optician. I need to put my license on the wall here, but I am a licensed optician here in North Carolina. I cut every single pair that gets shipped worldwide. I'm not just a machine operator in a lab that could have been working at a fast food restaurant yesterday and now working in a lab cutting the lenses. I understand the prescriptions. Every time he's had a change, I've talked to him about his prescription. You have a licensed optician that verifies every prescription before it is cut. I assume nothing. I contact everyone, get as much verification as I can. So I tuck it in the outside corner, push down at the nose. Still does not want to snap in there easily. I'm going to take another 1/10 of a millimeter off. But yeah, so Michael, let's talk about designing some frames for your daughter. I need a sales rep for Florida. 6 months from now, I will have a new line of Christian eyewear that will have a cross on the side of the frame, and the temple tip will have a cross on it as well. And instead of a model number on the inside, it's going to have a Bible passage like John 3:16, Philippians 3:14. I have a few from 1 Corinthians I want to put in there. My wife said, well, if you can put a cross on the side of a frame, can you put a pink ribbon? Because her family has been devastated by breast cancer. So while Googling it to find out if the Susan G. Komen Foundation had a trademark on the pink ribbon, to find out they don't, they have their own. But I learned that every cancer has their own color ribbon. So I realized if you can paint a ribbon pink, you can paint it gray for brain cancer. You can paint it gold for pediatric cancer. So I'm gonna come out with a line of children's eyewear to donate to St. Jude's and to the hospital in my town for the kids going through cancer treatment there. I want it to be one less thing for the parents to worry about while their kids are getting treatment. The other thing I love about St. Jude's, they don't charge the families anything. And I'm going to donate as many pair of glasses as I can for that very reason. I'm going to tuck these in at the bottom corner, the outside corner, using my thumbs. Now it presses in there easily. Oh yeah, that's in there good. We can go ahead and start cutting the left lens, flip that over to L, place the magnet into the chuck, or tonight it will be called the Michael. Hit the green button, the door closes, the clamp shuts. And again, the lens is going to be traced by the two wide styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame first go around. You can see it's just tracing the shape of the left lens. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once is measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly where to place the bevel. So you have the least amount of edge thickness, and look at that. No edge thickness ever, or in this pair with a total power of minus 675. You have what's known medically as crazy stigs. That's a medical term. I don't know exactly what it means. Okay, it means you got a lot of astigmatism. Take the block off, dry that off, throw that in there, add to my sticker collection. Now the dots have come off, so let me come down here to my progressive identifier lamp. Put a dot on there. Use my Zeiss layout chart. There's two laser engravings on the outside. In fact, they're saying here I have the brand, which is nasally underneath there, and that strength. So if I line everything up, this is the right lens, the R. Put a dot there, the cross, that is where your right eye will be. I will now come down here to, I know, I need to clean up. Too busy cutting lenses. Turn the axis wheel to 004, which corresponds to your astigmatism correction. Read the power, and I am getting -2. That's because your prescription in the right eye is -2. Everything's in quarter increments. A diopter is 4 steps, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. So you're on the 8th rung of a ladder. There's a minus sign because your lens is minified. You are nearsighted in your right eye, farsighted in your left. So you have 8 steps of farsighted correction. Because you are nearsighted, it has to correct for the farsighted. And now once everything is the right size, with your glasses off, everything is much too large. So when you put these on, it will minify down to the correct size. Once it's the correct size, you have almost a full 5 diopters, 4.75 diopters of astigmatism correction. We're going to read that now. That's your crazy stigs, and we are getting -675, 1 tick mark away from 7. That's because, remember high school math where you add 2 like signs together? Yeah, nobody does. Let's use today's term. Someone borrowed $2 from you, and then they borrowed another $4.75. They would owe you $6.75. That's where at $6.75 in the red. Now your right eye, as I said, is farsighted. You only need 1 step of correction there, but you do have another full 5 diopters of astigmatism correction. Again, that qualifies you as crazy stigs. Think of it as the fine-tune knob. The first number magnifies or minifies. This is the fine-tune knob, and we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 4 for the right eye. The axis is from 0 to 90 to 180 to 270 for those of you keeping score in Australia, down below the equator. But so we're going to turn the fine-tune knob to 4 on the right eye to 170 on the left. You would think that 4 and 170 are far apart. They're not. You're only 4 degrees away from the 180 meridian here, 10 degrees there, so really there's only 6 numbers difference. Now, the Zeiss Light D digital freeform progressive lens is normally $150 when you buy a frame, but since you provided your own frame, I had $25 for that, so it's a total of $179.99. The Photochromic blue add-on, you can get gray, brown, blue, or green, is $99.99, and you got the DuraVision Platinum, which is comparable to the Crizal Sapphire because it has a blue hue, and I thought, hey, wouldn't that look good on a blue lens? So that adds $89.99. You can also get the DuraVision Blue Protect, which is $99, which is comparable to the Crizal Provencia, except it is a very clear lens. Provencia has a brownish yellow hue. The Zeiss, I gotta name it right, the Zeiss Blue Protect Anti-Glare is $99.99, but this one's only $89.99 for a total of $369.97, tax-free. That is because I am in North Carolina. North Carolina considers glasses a medical device. Crazy notion, huh? You know, it sounds just crazy enough it might work. But there's no tax on medical devices in my state. So, I do not charge tax on anything I ship, and of course provide free shipping as well anywhere in the US. So tuck this in at the outside corner, press down at the nose, it snaps in there easily. Take the block off, pull the sticker away, dry that off. The one thing I'm going to do is notate how far I took that off, minus 0.20 for the right, minus 0.20 for the left, so that years from now, should you ever need new lenses, I'll know exactly what height to cut them at. Let's go ahead, the dots came off here too. Let's go ahead and put that on there. Of course, I could have used, let's do this, I'll double check myself. I used that layout chart. We're going to come back over here to the left lens, do the same thing. Oh yeah, perfect, perfect. Turn the axis wheel for the left eye to 170, and if all goes well, I will get plus a quarter in power. And I did, man, dead on. One tick mark above 0 in the black. Plus numbers are in the black, minuses are in there. So we're going to check the 5 diopters of astigmatism correction, and we end up at minus 475, one tick mark away from 5. So you have plus a quarter this way. 90 degrees away, you have the full correction of your astigmatism, which is 5 diopters, which is a much steeper curve than this one. This one's almost flat. This one is very curved. 90 degrees away, and it's how we line up those two curves to make everything nice and crisp. So your pupillary distance for your right eye is 33, for the left is 32, for a total of 90. No, wait, 65. I didn't know I was going to be tested on this. Is this going to be on the quiz? So I'll place the PD stick against my thumb. When we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 65. Let's check the optical center height of 30 to the middle of the bottom of the frame, not the bottom of the lens, but to the middle of the frame itself. 30. This is what's known as final inspection. That is good. And of course, you're going to receive all these packets with all this information on there. That's the nice thing about Zeiss. They document everything. So that's the nice thing. The Verilux X lenses does not provide a card of authenticity, and so I can with this. But this is the portion in every lens, every video, that as I clean your lenses, excuse me, I mentioned that when you get these in the mail, there is a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there is an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments. And of course, I'm sure your daughter will too when she comes to visit you, or when you visit her. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set it on the counter. Actually, there is a little wobble. Let me straighten that out for you. Now there is no wobble. Flip this over. No wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, that neither temple is askew like that. So I send out a selfie request in every package. Michael, you don't have to, but I'm gonna ask because I'm proud of the work that I do. You can send me 2 pictures, one with them clear, one with them blue outside, since this is the first photochromic blue video that I'm doing. I also send out cleaning instructions with every package on how to not only care for your frame and lenses, but for the premium microfiber cloth that I provide, the Zeiss cloth that everyone gets. And does Retrospecs give you a cloth? No? Okay. But I'll even provide instructions on how to care for the cloth. Now, this is what your lenses look like clear. They are... Hey, get off there. Get off there. I got too much sawdust floating around. Let's see. Let's flip this over. Let me pull out this card to show you what the lenses look like clear. and I'm going to go ahead and activate them, meaning I'm expose them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. And as you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transitions. I gotta quit saying that. For photochromic lenses to turn dark. It takes a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now everyone pay attention. All photochromic lenses will turn dark on day one and continue to darken every day for the first couple weeks they're exposed to the sun. After that, they will work for years with maximum performance. The only time the photochromic lenses won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day, and that's why they don't turn dark in a car. Now if you have a convertible or a motorcycle, they will darken. Look at that. Look how beautiful and royal blue that is in this frame. I'm telling you, oh, these blue are nice, almost like the BMW blue behind me. You know me, I love anything blue, so I gots to get me a pair of these in another frame. So, and I'll show you my video when that happens. But photochromic lenses are also temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 90 and above. But I remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside. We all work better once it cools off. So as I keep talking, these will get lighter and lighter. Now, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and click the bell icon so you can get future notifications as really cool frames and lens combinations are coming down the pike. If you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as Free Prescription Lenses, on Twitter as Free RX Lenses. If you have any questions or comments, or actually you can leave it in the comment section below, but you can also reach me on the Contact Me page on this website, and my phone number and email is on there. You know, just holler at me if there's something you want. I'll answer any question that you have. And but Michael and Valrico, Florida, thank you so much for the purchase of your 26th pair of progressive lenses. You know, not all have had the photochromic edition, but they've all had the anti-glare, because with your crazy stigs, your astigmatism, if there's anyone who would benefit from it, it would be you, because it reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but street lights, stop lights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights and such. It's also a reflection-free lens, so when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses, so it makes for much better eye contact. And of course, if someone takes a picture with a flash, you're less likely to see that, or if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see the phone in there. And of course, it comes with Zeiss's best scratch protection. So that is it. As I keep talking, it's going to get lighter and lighter. You can see how fast that turns, and I exposed them to several strong bursts of ultraviolet light in this box, and you can see how fast the Zeiss lenses turn back to clear. Now the Transitions 8 are comparable to this, but you just can't get the Transitions 8 in blue at the time of this video. So if anyone out there sees this, wants a blue lens, contact me. I'll make it happen. Right now you can get gray, brown, green, like the Ray-Ban G15 green, and this blue. So that's it. He's actually already sent me pairs number 27 and 28. I wanted to get these in the mail to him, then start on those. So again, I cannot thank you enough for your continued support over the years. I believe it was 2015 you first got a pair from me, and 28 pairs later, since the other two need to be ordered. I'm done with the 26th to get started on the 27th and 28th. I cannot thank you enough for your return business. And again, let's team up. Let's make something happen for your daughter. I need a sales rep for Florida. She will be the sole distributor of that. No one else can touch it. She will have a product so unique that and I'll talk to you about my plans. But in the meantime, that's another matter. But thanks again for watching. And now everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.